And so it came to pass that the Dragon Prince was initiated in the ways of war and caught the attention of his siblings. Whereas the prince had been but a flea in his half-brother Carthan Axehand's coat, the dread Decapitator now took full notice of what turned out to be a dragon, and so in turn did the others. Yes, it was in the heartland of Rivellon that the war would be decided between the last of Sigurd's children. Carthan remained a threat, as did his sister Sybil the Silent, who had cut out her own tongue a long time ago to stop the voices in her head from babbling. And then there was Faran the Fleshless, who was convinced he wasn't human at all, but rather an undead, which he would demonstrate by slicing the flesh from his body. Such was the crazed company the Dragon Prince would have to fight. Such were the terrors he would have to overcome. And the way he did so is still studied by all strategists in Rivellon today. I have news for you, Commander. Great, grave, or gratifying, I'll leave its interpretation to you. The fact of the matter is your victories have gone far from unnoticed. That much you knew. But they have also gone a long way toward uniting a shattered realm. It has therefore been announced that you are to marry, for that will bolster the populace's spirit and cement your power as Emperor. Soon the finest princesses in the land will be here, bidding for your hand in marriage. I dare say it will. But do not please take this matter lightly, Commander. Of course, I hope your wife shall turn out to be a charming girl indeed. But this, above all, is a political bond, meant to strengthen the ties between you and the faction she belongs to. Love, I'm sorry to say, has very little to do with it. But of course, I may be proven wrong. Perhaps it is even best that I had. Not as such, no. You don't want to get married, because that would be a bit of an imposition. The decision has been made, you see. Matters such as these, even an emperor has to accept without remonstrance. Still, there are worse things than tying the knot, surely. Very well, Commander. And while you fantasize about pretty princesses, I'll continue my studies. Grumio may find his inspiration in dreams, but I'll stick to books, thank you very much. A wizard likes his nose between the pages, rather than his head in the clouds.
Shall I tell you about the dreams I had, my lord, or let's
Bravo, Commander! Gladly...
Commander, I'd like to raise a delicate issue regarding the imps. You see, there's just too many of them. They procreate so quickly, they put the rabbits to shame. And if we don't do something about it, there will be 2 of their number for every single elf or dwarf or lizard. Curtail their expansion, I say. Families of 5 should be their limit.
Oberon oversteps his bounds, Commander. The family is a holy institution. Let no man mingle with a family's private affairs.
It shocks me a free-spirited elf could advocate state control over the number of children one is or is not allowed to have. Lizards too hatch many eggs in one sitting, so to speak. Huh? Are we Oberon's next target, perhaps?
What is all this elven claptrap? How dare he utter such rot? An impish family isn't complete until Nipper number 22 comes along.
Oberon's quite right, Commander. Those heathen demonic pests breed like sin in a brothel, and the result is just as diseased. I'd have them all wiped out, but for the moment I'll settle for a mere reduction of their number.
Commander, a single rat is just a cute animal. A large mouse, no more. But unleash them by the hundreds and thousands, and what are they? Pests! And why? Merely because of their number and the inconvenience that number causes. That is what imps will be. Pests.
Oh, bother. These fellows are like lice, Commander. You see one of them jump about the place, and the next thing you know, there's a dozen of them, rendering everybody else annoyed and itchy.
Good show, Commander. It's an unthinkable thing indeed for the government to regulate the affairs of the bedroom. I already regard tax collectors as violators of my privacy, let alone sex inspectors.
Wise of you, Commander. You know how lizards' tails stir in indignation when the government tries to influence matters of personal freedom and responsibility. Proposals such as Oberon's stir me so vehemently I seem to suffer from nervous tics.
Darn tootin', Commander. Set that ruddy elf straight. Too many imps indeed. We're only half as tall as the rest. We deserve to have strength in numbers.